Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I'm excited for this one because we haven't done something like this on the channel yet. So this is a parcel that I've just got out of its packaging. This is from Dr. Phil, who also has a YouTube channel. He's an environmental scientist with a bit of a passion for opal. And he's actually sent out this piece as a bit of a challenge. So I'll open it up quickly and then we'll go over the little challenge.
So my challenge to Roy is simple. Seeing we have identical opals, I will carve one, he will carve the other.
Okay, so this is the challenge stone right here. You can see it's a yaowa nut, and it's just been sliced in half. He's got the other half, so it's almost as close to identical as you can get between two opals. And he's going to work on that one, and he's given me this one to work on. Now, he got this entire pair of boulder nuts for $1, so this is technically a 50 cent face-off between the two of us. And it's all fun and games. He's going to go through, and he's a bit of a cabber, so he's going to cab his somehow. It's not the easiest thing to cab, so I'm excited to see how he goes with that. I think he's already put up a part 1, but there'll be much more to come on that one. Me, on the other hand, I'm going to go at it with the Dremel, of course, and try to carve something out of it. He's also sent over a few little extra bits and pieces, he said, that are not part of the challenge, so these are just things to possibly have fun with. I think they're also $1 wins that he's gotten from Opal auctions. So a few little bits and pieces in there. They could probably come back to the channel at some point. Everything's a little bit moist. Now let's zoom in and have a bit of a closer look. As far as boulder nuts go, it is definitely the lower grade. We've not got a full center of precious opal or anything like that. That would not go for $1. That would go for the thousands of dollars. So we've just got a nice little, it's a very dense ironstone, which is nice. It's not really overly pitted. You can see the saw marks where they've come through with the trim saw and just buzzed it straight down the guts there. They've also trimmed off the back a little bit. The nut itself doesn't have a lot of opal in it, but you can get some nice patterns, and I actually like the way it looks already. But I'm not just going to be boring and polish it up like this. I think what we're going to do is at least even out the outer edge of the crust a little bit more. Feel free to put down some suggestions in the comments. It's probably a little bit cheating, but the audience is there, so you guys are half the channel, if not more. So really, the challenge goes out to you guys as well. If you can think of something nice, we'll try it out. But I am thinking of going pretty artistic with this one and effectively just engraving and polishing a pattern or something into the face. I initially thought about hollowing out the center and seeing if the opal goes a bit further, but just because I'm looking at the back now, I didn't really see the back before. It doesn't look like that's going to be much of a winning strategy on this one. So the back probably won't have much done to it at all, actually, having a look at it. It's very crumbly. It's one of those ones that I've got to be careful. If I put too much of a kind of pressure motion in that direction, it will start to fracture around the edge. And even this little seam over here, that'll start to fall apart. But this ironstone is tough as nails. That I'm not worried about carving into at all. So I can definitely design something on here, and I'll have to think of something fun if no one else comes up with anything. And yeah, we will get to work on this and try to compare what Phil does versus what I do, which will be two completely different things that can't be compared anyway, but you know what, it's a little bit of fun, and we'll see if either of us can come up with anything cool from this 50-cent piece of rock. So yeah, that's the challenge, and I look forward to hearing what you guys would think about doing with it, and I look forward to putting a bit of a stencil on here and getting to work, because it's quite a bit of canvas to work with, and I don't get to use the creative, artistic kind of carving stuff all that often. Typically just doing freeform shapes with it, which are a little bit less boring than standard cabs, but I think we can go wild with this one. It's got a nice halo effect. A little bit of blue. It might polish up nice. Actually, we'll give it a quick bit of water across the face to give you a bit more of an idea. So yeah, it is a really nice, deep, dark chocolate kind of tone for the ironstone, and the opal's got a little bit of blue to it. That blue hue kind of stuff. Very common in Cuba Pedy crystal, but also fairly common in low-grade boulder nuts. I'll get to thinking now that I've got it unboxed and see if I can come up with something in the next week or so. So stay tuned, and this one will be back, hopefully, to be carved quite creatively, and if it results in nothing, it results in nothing, but we just gotta make sure we have a bit of fun. So check out Dr. Phil. He's got his already started, so he's got a bit of a head start on me, but we'll think of something to do and get it done.